the best way to roast your potatoes. Use small potatoes and boil until fork tender. Drain off the water and put them in a big bowl. We're going to start with a generous amount of olive oil. You're going to do salt, pepper. We're going to go onion powder, garlic powder, crushed red pepper, fresh basil, fresh thyme. Get that all mixed together and dump it out on a lined baking sheet. Spread them out, give them a little room on every side, and then use a glass to smash them about a ½ inch thick. And then throw them in a 425-degree oven for about 30 minutes, but you're going to want to flip them halfway through. And you're going to end up with a soft interior, crispy exterior, the best roasted potatoes you've ever had.
Salt, some yeast, water. All about working the gluten. Almost there. Done with the kneading process. Back in goes our dough. Chicken wings, drums, all of them from Maggie's Butcher and Baker. Fresh. Put this aside. Time to season them. Lots of salt, pepper, ground coriander, chili powder, garam masala, paprika, cumin, turmeric, lime juice. Mix everything up. Ginger and garlic, garam masala, cardamom pods.
Crispy, spicy, garlicky potatoes. What more could you want? Get yourself some potatoes and then cut them into cuboids. Cut into 1 centimeter thick slices, then cut horizontally, flip, and then cut diagonally. And how cool does this look? Boil for 4 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the seasoning using these ingredients. Spicy, garlicky potatoes. What more could you want? Get yourself some potatoes and then cut them into cuboids. Cut into 1 centimeter thick slices, then cut horizontally, flip, and then cut diagonally. And how cool does this look? Boil for 4 minutes. Meanwhile, prepare the seasoning using these ingredients. Give it a little whisk and coat your potatoes. Sprinkle on some parmesan halfway through, and when done, you should be left with these crispy, fluffy on the inside potatoes.
You must follow food TikTok. Knowing how to make food from a box is not good enough. Knowing how to order food online is not impressive. Come to Food TikTok and I will show you how to cook such amazing food that your friends and family will be so impressed, and you'll always be showing off your amazing cooking skills.
Let's do some cooking.
Let's make these healthy crispy chicken tenders with the perfect crust using no oil. Cut your chicken into strips, season with salt, pepper, garlic powder, paprika, cayenne pepper. Mix it all up and put it to the side. Add your crushed cornflakes and use the same seasoning you just used. Mix that all up, then crack 2 eggs in a bowl and whisk. Line a baking tray, then simply dip the chicken in the egg wash, let it drip, put it in the crumbs, making sure they're all evenly coated. Then bake for 18 minutes at 200 degrees, flipping halfway, and you're ready to eat while they're hot.
Let's make chocolate strawberry cheesecake pasta. Add some strawberries to a baking dish, sprinkle liberally with sugar, add a splash of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt and stir to combine. Arrange the strawberries on the outside of the dish, then place a block of cream cheese in the center and sprinkle liberally with sugar again. Then bake in a 400-degree oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Once it comes out, stir it all up to combine. At this point, you can taste the strawberries to see if you need to add any more sugar. Then add some chopped semi-sweet or bittersweet chocolate and stir again to combine. Next, we are going to add our chocolate pasta that we made the other day. It's absolutely stunning, if I do say so myself. Make sure you reserve some of the starchy, chocolatey pasta water and add however much of that starchy pasta water you need until you get the sauce consistency that you like. To serve, top with diced fresh strawberries. Definitely a full-on dessert pasta. Well, would you try it?
So I asked you guys what you call this, and it made me realize how many cultures have this delicious flaky flatbread. I ended up making it with some cilantro and garlic butter, and oh my god, you guys have to try it. It gave it this beautiful crispy exterior and soft interior. You can find the written recipe on my Instagram. The dough is made with just flour, hot water, a pinch of salt, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. After you make the dough, let it rest for a few minutes and then form them into equal sized small balls. You should have enough to make about 4. I roll each ball out into a really thin rectangle, spread my garlic butter mixture on top, and then roll it into a log kind of like you would with cinnamon rolls. Then you're going to want to stretch out the log and form it into a spiral. This is going to give you lots and lots of layers and it's going to make it really flaky. Let it sit for 5 minutes and then roll it out into a circle, brush some more garlic butter on top, and then cook it with about a tablespoon of oil on a hot pan. Look how delicious that looks.
Let's do some cooking.
Better than peto pasta.
Remind me of everything tonight. Yes, I'm in the zone. Dreaming about the things that we could be.
We've been seeing these tacos everywhere, so today I'm going to show you guys how to make them. You're going to start out with some good cuts of beef. I'm using beef chuck, aka the shoulder, seasoned with salt and pepper, and give them a sear for about 30 seconds aside just to add a little bit of color, which is going to add flavor for later. Take them out, chop up an onion, 5 cloves of garlic, go in with those, the same pot. You're going to go in with equal parts of beef stock and water, bring those to a simmer. Go in with some dried chili peppers. I use 2 here. Go in with some wet chipotle peppers as well. This is going to add a delicious smoky flavor. And then you're going to go in with some crushed tomatoes. Season with bay leaves, salt, cumin, Mexican oregano, and some lime juice. Throw all your meat back in there. And an hour later, you're going to take all the other solids out. We're talking the peppers, the onions, the garlic. Throw them all into a blender. Blend them up into a nice puree. Pour that back into the pot, and you're going to have to let that simmer for about 3 hours. In 3 hours, I'll have the final product. Come back.
Mommy, can I have some chips?
Why don't we choose a healthier snack? Let me show you something. What's this?
Pita bread.
And where do pitas come from?
The store?
They originate in the Middle East. Arabs have been eating pita bread for thousands of years.
That's so wrong.
Now, did you know that these can be made into chips?
By magic?
Let me show you. First, we're gonna cut our pitas into small triangles.
Why are you using scissors?
I don't know, it just seems efficient. But you can always use a knife.
I think a knife is better.
Maybe a knife is more efficient. What do you think?
That's what I said.
So we've cut up 8 pitas into small triangles.
That's so many.
Well, we've got a big family. In a small bowl, we're gonna combine 1/3 cup of olive oil, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder,
Garlic?
1 teaspoon of black pepper.
Aw, black pepper?
You gotta trust me on this. 2 teaspoons of dried basil.
1.
1 and
2.
2. And half a teaspoon of salt. Now we're gonna mix our seasoning. Pour our seasoning over the pita.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna toss it gently so that they're all covered. Now we're gonna lay out our pitas on a baking sheet, like so.
It's just like a puzzle.
And we're gonna put it in the oven for 8 to 10 minutes. Look at that.
It smells so good.
Are we ready for the taste test?
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yummy. It's so good.
So crunchy and so much healthier than chips.
Next time, can we make Cheetos?
يا طبطب ودلع يا يقول انا اتغيرت عليه انا زعل اولع ما هو كل همه ازاي يرضيه يا طبطب ودلع يا يقول انا اتغيرت عليه انا زعل اولع ما هو كل همه ازاي يرضيه قولوا له ده انا برضه ساعات بحنان مرة زعل مرة اديله عيني مين فينا على حاله كل الأوقات ده تعبني قوي طلع عيني قولوا له ده انا برضه ساعات بحنان مرة زعل مرة اديله عيني مين فينا على حاله كل الأوقات ده تعبني قوي طلع عيني أطقطق ودلع.
Add in your noodles and then just kind of stir them around in the sauce. Crack an egg.
When you try to get the first one in.
Let's do it. Noodles are cooked. Now we melt some butter. Throw in some garlic, soy sauce, red pepper flakes, brown sugar. Weird. Noodles. Stir around. And now we add an egg. The egg has been added. Weird. I added more red pepper flakes. Now some everything but the bagel seasoning. And now we taste test it. Smells good. Wow.